Wow. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Let's see what Dusty Jr. do. It's really bad, y'all. Here he is on the screen. Very young, 18 years old. Fair use, as you can see here. Woman's son arrested for her murder on Thanksgiving Day in Lawrenceville. This is in Atlanta. Varian Hibbert arrested for murder. What were you thinking? So she gives birth, feeds you, clothes you, supports you, houses you, and she turns around and gets murked. The victim in this incident has been identified as 42-year-old Marcia Chance. Police say she died of stab wounds. And this is a son who's been arrested. He's a suspect. The Gwinnett County Police Department has arrested her son, 18-year-old Varian Hibbert, for her death. He is being charged with felony murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a knife during the commission of a felony, and is currently at the Gwinnett County Detention Center. The incident was reported shortly before noon. 18 years old. Stabbed her. This is not a stranger, her son. Let's go ahead and get to the news clip. Fair use. And this here is the neighbor.
The gruesome death of a Gwinnett County mother. The person police say is to blame, her son. Gwinnett County Police found 42-year-old Marcia Chance was stabbed to death in her Lawrenceville home on Misty Valley Court just before noon today. 11 Alive's Andy Parati is there with more on what we know so far.
This is the home where police found the mother with multiple stab wounds dead. One neighbor tells me he and his family are in shock and cannot believe that it happened on Thanksgiving Day. When Samuel Sokol woke up this morning, he and his wife say they prayed for the health and welfare of their neighbors.
For some reason, we've been praying for our neighbors. For some reason, we just said, let us, once again, pray for our neighborhood, pray for our neighbors.
Just before Thanksgiving meal, police responded to the home next door. Inside, police found 41-year-old Marcia Chance stabbed to death. Her son now charged with felony murder. Chance's other son called 911.
Our hearts go out to the family members of this situation, and now a juvenile child without his mom or his brother.
Police arrived about noon, and it wasn't the first time law enforcement responded to the home.
There is significant history with a suspect at this residence.
Neighbors say the family lived there for years. Sokol says he didn't know them well, but he still grieves for his neighbor and their loss this Thanksgiving Day.
We feel really bad about it, but it's sad.
Authorities are withholding additional information about Miss Chance until family is notified. In the meantime, her son is in custody in the Gwinnett County Detention Center.
Our hearts go out to the family members of this situation, and now a juvenile child without his mom or his brother.
Police arrived about noon, and it wasn't the first time law enforcement responded to the home.
There is significant history with a suspect at this residence.
Neighbors say that.
And that's what I wanted you to catch. There is significant history with the suspect, meaning the 18-year-old. And I've said this on prior videos. I understand parents, you want to, say, hey, kids make mistakes. They do things, this and that. But at some point, we have to accept reality. I've said on other videos, a lot of times these little dusties are doing things. They're endangering the lives of others. They can become violent against women, children, even other men. And a lot of times, the moms mom/mammy, whatever you want to call it. Not saying she's one because didn't know the woman. But a lot of times they're like, well, they'll go ahead and cover for the kid on a repeat, not just 1 or 2 times, on a repeated basis. Cover for the kid. Well, it's my son. I can't throw him away. If I say you're a danger to other people, it's a matter of time you could be a danger to me. So I think there's that thinking, they're going to uphold him. He's going to get it together. They're not hurting you. So when they're doing things, things start to add up. We're kind of looking the other way, thinking, well, that's just one instant. He's going to give him a chance and all of that. These Dusties will then turn on you. So significant history, not the first time. And the very same one who birthed him took care of and supported him. She gave birth and then she got murked by the same one that she birthed. Dusty's bring drama and trauma. The financial implications is too much dust in the nation. And now the other brother, they got this idiot right here as a suspect. Think stabbing. Stabbed her so she died. That's that hatred. Oh yeah, that's the hatred that they have for you. Stabbed him. He stabbed her. She's dead. So now the other son, you have a brother who's a murderer, and now your mother is gone. Gee, I don't hear about the father being around. I don't know if he's deceased or has never been there. I've heard some of these dusty men talking about, oh yeah, my dad. Well, I'm like this here. And they want to sometimes, I've seen a few podcasts like that, and these dusties want to blame the women saying, the reason my dad's not here. Let me break it down to you real quick. If your dad was worth a darn and if he really cared and loved about you, I don't give a darn what he cared, loved your mother or did not. If it was a one-night stand man, I do not care. If he really cared about you, he would be there. He'd make a darn effort. He'd be there. They care about these cars. Give one a brand new BMW and see what happens. He'll kill you over that car. Give one, say, hey, this store is yours. You got the keys to the Nike store. Here's some Louis Vuitton luggage, Gucci, whatever they like. You think he's just going to say, oh, just sit that outside. Just going to sit that outside. Shoot. Man, look here. He's going to put that BMW, if he got to put it in his mama's garage, he'll be washing it every day. Give him a whole bunch of sneakers, whatever his issue is, whatever he likes. Give him a bunch of Louis Vuitton luggage. He's not going to leave that luggage outside. Somebody might steal it while it's valuable. And he values it. Give him a whole bunch of Nikes. Give him a tennis shoe collection. Give him $5,000 cash. And let's see what your dusty daddy going to do. For the ones who feel that way, it's your mother's fault. He's not going to leave it outside. Somebody going to steal it. Why? It's a value. He's not going to leave it outside. But I hate to tell you, he left you outside. He left you. Hate to say it, but he left you. He values so much. It's your mama's fault. Your dad's not there. Really, he knew how to knock on the door. Let it be a woman that's real pretty saying she want a one-night stand or some kind of action. Oh, he gonna show up. And don't let it be a preference or a non-melanated. Oh, he gonna show up. Take off his job. That's his value. He values it. Let somebody say, we got to hook up, man. We got to hook up. We got to hook up on these Nikes, Air Jordan. Man, we got to, he's going to go check it out. He want to see what the hookup is. So for the young men that want to blame mama, yeah, go give him a pre-owned BMW, Escalade, Benz. Give him a 2021 Benz. And say need to be here next Tuesday by 3:00. That daddy gonna show up there. Or he gonna be there for that Benz. Man, they finna give me a brand new Benz. I'm talking about, man, this Benz cost over $100,000. All I gotta do is shut up. Honey, he will spend the night if that's what it takes to make sure he won't be late. When's the last time he picked you up growing up? Was he there for those? Was he there when he needed to, we supposed to be there? When's the last time you saw him? What are your memories of him? He wasn't there because you got to face reality. Unless he's incarcerated, got in the jail, but he is free walking out and about. He wasn't there because he chose not to be there, and your mama was. So I've heard that it's crazy to me. It is ludicrous. It's so obtuse. Well, she the reason daddy wasn't here. Boy, bye. Your daddy wasn't there because he didn't want to be there. Angry. I've actually heard that. It blows my mind. So this here, the mother is there. And for those that are mothers, look at the sacrifice. Women that don't have children like myself, life is hella easier. And then married, you don't have children? Yeah, you can work, you and your husband work, what have you. Sleep late, go out to brunch and all that. Man, you got a bunch of kids or just some children. You got to see about them. And can you really enjoy it when they're young? I want this. Oh, Mom, I want the bathroom. No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know how kids are. They're very active. So my point is, that's a lot of work. I've babysat. That's a lot of work. I babysat. I had a nephew. I still had when he was young. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm babysitting you. Let's go ahead and go to a movie. Now, I don't do animation. It's like, hey, this time I want to see this movie. Let's go ahead and go. And it was like in the afternoon. I noticed when I take him to see the movie that he wants to see, oh, let's go tinkle, go to the restroom and then watch the movie. Sat through the whole movie, no drama, no nothing, no getting up, mesmerized, looking at that screen. So one time I decided to go to see a movie. I said, no, we're going to go to a movie because I'm babysitting you. We're going to go to a movie and we're going to see this movie because I really want to see it. We're going to go ahead and see this movie. At the movie, and it wasn't crowded. It was in the daytime. What was he doing? I got to go to the bathroom. This kid had to go to the bathroom. It was like, wait a second. Nobody goes to the bathroom just twice and nothing happening. I knew then. He don't want to see the movie. He just want to be up, 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 up. So next thing you know, we're going to the movie. We've got like maybe about 3 or 4 bathroom trips, and guess what? We barely made it through an hour and a half of the movie. And I said, oh, that's what you're doing. Kids are slick, since you're not getting your way. Now, when it was that old animation, oh, you glued to the screen. You got your popcorn and your drink, and I'm here, okay. But now I want to see my movie because I'm babysitting you again. Oh, all these bathroom breaks. I knew then. You were on a little game. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I knew then. You're running a little game. So he knows what he's doing. So this right here, people want to try to blame somebody for something. People run a little game. The men not being there for their children, they don't want to be there. Just like my nephew at that time, he was very young, maybe like, oh my gosh, probably like maybe around 4 or something. That your movie coming on, oh, this little animation cartoon that I don't care watch, but all right. Sitting your behind in that movie seat, and we don't have a problem. Popcorn, drinking soda. No, oh, you just glued to that screen. Here you go. My time, oh, it's a little different with all these potty breaks. You know what you're doing. So for the angry man, want to blame your mom? Your dad know what he's doing. And being a mom, especially a single parent, that's a lot of work. So stop and think. So here's my point. When you don't have the responsibility of children, you can go to movies and dinners and not have to worry about babysitters. It is a lot easier. It is a hell of a lot easier. When you're a parent, you have to deal with things like that. Little simple things you can always enjoy. Oh, meet the girls for brunch. You have children here. I can't go, got a babysitter, and you don't want to bring the kids. No, in reality, meeting the girls for brunch, they don't want you to bring the kids. Meeting the couples for brunch. You're a mom. Or just people going to brunch. Hey, let's go ahead and go here. Just to get a massage. Just to get a massage. You're a mom. You got to sacrifice. So all the sacrificing that women do, especially as a single parent, this is what you get. This is what you get. 18 years old on Thanksgiving Day. So you've been getting in trouble with the law. I hate to say it. When you see them like this here and they don't want to obey, you would do better, ladies and gentlemen. One just killed it. Remember, one stabbed his father about maybe a week, 2 weeks ago or so. I did the video 46 times. It's 2022. It's time to be about you. Send him off to his dad. If he wants to live a violent life, guess what? If he for the streets, and I don't mean like, as far as like having a, getting around, but if he's for the streets, like the violence, guess what? You can pack your little rags and go. Change the locks of security. Get a TRO. If he's for the streets, it's up to you. So now look what's happened. Dusties bring drama. They bring trauma. The financial implications is too much stress in the nation. Now, who's going to raise the other child? Because I didn't hear him mention a darn thing about a father. Who's going to raise the other child? Family. Now I got to sell the home. They have a nice home. Dusties, again, they are killing out our wealth. They are destroying the wealth builders. Destroying the wealth builders. This is what Dusties do. So thanks for listening. This is a little longer than what I anticipated. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. But yeah, I said before, a lot of these parents, they see these little dusties doing things and you're going to try to cover for them. Sometimes you have to face reality. Not what you want or what you think. You got to face what it is. And maybe if she'd done that, let him go, maybe she could have still lived. But now we know. It's not the first time. So it sounds like to me, this little dust bucket, he's been a problem. Or he's a kid. If he killed and stabbed his mama, he's a murderer. So think about it. I'm telling you. I said it before, even about women that they want a man. Oh, that's my son. Will take my son. Take my son. And you don't know. Next thing you know, you might need the protection. In this case here, it was a little too late. Stabbed to death, people. That to me sounds like a lot of hate. So another case of she gave him birth and turned around and got murked. I'm out.